Guys, how you doing today? It's John Madrid with John Madrid's Factory Direct Homes. So first and foremost, I'd like to start off and tell you guys thank you so much for watching these videos, commenting on them, liking them, sharing them, and most importantly, applying for your new home with us here at John Madrid's Factory Direct. So again, what I'd like to do is come to you almost every day. If you haven't seen, check out all the different videos that we post on a daily basis with educational topics and things that a lot of times you guys are wondering, but you're not very sure about how to ask. So we're going to go ahead and start off today's video. It's going to be titled The 4 Credit Tiers. Now I have to put a little disclosure out there. This is just for example purposes. Of course, I'm not an MLO, but I do work with banks, multiple lenders, and I've been doing this for over a decade. So I definitely have a lot of experience in this field, okay? So I'm not sure if you can see the board very well, but I'm gonna kind of break it down for you, okay? Now there are more than just these 4, but I just try to overgeneralize the 4 main tiers of credit, okay? And again, there's probably 1,000 of them, but for this video, we're gonna say there's 4. So we're gonna start with the first one. So we have lenders here that will start, because a lot of times I get a lot of messages that say what credit score is required, or how low do your score requirements go? So that's a very good question. So we have different banks that have different requirements, right? So that's why we like to shop you to multiple lenders, figure out what the max loan amount is and what the least amount of down payment is. But this is gonna kind of give you a guideline. So tier number 1, I put 550 plus. So in a 550 plus category, there are banks that will go as low as 550, right? So if you're in the 550 range, you need to be prepared, or let's say 550 plus, you need to be prepared to put 10 to 20% down. And the reason I have that variation, because again, I can't quote you the exact amount, only the bank can, but that's the kind of approvals I typically see when a customer has that around that 550 plus credit score, okay? Actually, I put 10% to 35%, my mistake. And the reason I say that is because there is a bank out there where if you have a 400 credit score, but you can put 35% down, most likely they will still give you some sort of approval. But again, our goal is to try to get you an approval with the least amount of money down under an ideal circumstance. But I don't want you to get discouraged and not apply because you have been turned down other places that maybe don't do what we do here and shop you to more than one bank, okay? So if you have a 550, you're gonna need to put at least 10%. It could go up to 35%, okay? And again, if for some reason all of the lenders turn you down, which I'm not saying that's gonna happen, we do partner with a credit repair agency that gives our clients 80% off. We can get your score where you need to go, so you'll be able to come back and buy. All right, so credit tier number 2, and again, there are variations from 550 to 599, so it doesn't change just when you get to 600. There's certain banks that change at 575, things like that, but again, just trying to overgeneralize. So once you get to 600, now you can get, certain banks will go as low as 5% down, but others will ask for as much as 20% down. I'll make another video and tell you more about why those variations are from my experience. But once you get into the 600s, you can get an approval as low as 5% down under certain conditions. Now again, there are certain banks that might ask you up to 20%, but that's the reason that we, shop you to multiple banks, okay? So tier number 3, that would be your 650, okay? So once you get to the 650, like 699, then you have more opportunities to get an approval as low as 5% up to 10% down. Again, it's not just credit they look at. They have to look at credit, income, job history, multiple different factors. But again, that's why we shop you to more than just one lender, all right? So then the last credit tier, I put 700 plus, and then I put 0 to 5%. So now again, if you're in that 700 plus, I'm not saying that all the banks are going to give you 0% down, but there is a lender out there that will consider doing 0% if you're above 700, and of course the income and the job history and all the other things they look at look well as well, all right? So again, this video's purpose was to kind of give you ideas of the different credit tiers that banks look at and different down payment expectations to have depending on where you're at. Now again, it's not to discourage you. I don't even ask you for a deposit until after I've secured your approval. Then I just tell you, hey, send me the full down payment. So you don't lose anything by applying. It's better to apply and figure out what your options are or what road to credit repair we need to put for you, okay? So again, guys, this is John Madrid here with John Madrid's Factory Direct, and today's topic was the 4 tiers of credit. Now, there's probably a dozen of them, but I wanted just to oversimplify to give you guys some pretty good ideas. Now, remember, we are 100% online, but we do have homes that are ready to move in. So if you're looking for something just move-in ready, call, text, or email me today because we already have houses out in the field ready to go for you and your family. So again, call, text, or email me, and in the description, you're also going to have a link to apply now, all right? So again, guys, John Madrid here at John Madrid's Factory Direct. We appreciate you liking them, sharing them, and referring them to your friends and family. We look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks again.